in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and he looking for no love though. He trying to catch me in my feelings.
Hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We could be in for some serious offense today. The Eagles are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against the Chiefs defense that will need to be at the top of its game. With that, let's get out to Lincoln Financial Field. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Tyreek Hill on the return, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
I think one of the things that attracted people to Alex Smith initially was his mobility, and that's never changed. That guy's a great athlete, but he's so sharp with the football, so accurate, and takes care of it so well, he rarely puts his team in bad situations.
Charles, the low setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here's Smith now on second down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Still first down.
1st and 15 here behind the chains. From the gun, here's Smith. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And a look at this offensive unit now, and you see who we have highlighted, partner.
Jamal Charles, one of the most exciting, productive running backs in the NFL.
Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Fletcher Cox is a first-round pick who has fulfilled his promise. One of the best defensive linemen in the NFL.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. again. Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Michael Kendricks with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
So on fourth down, Dustin Colquitt to punt for KC. Back deep is Darren Sproles. Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, he slipped right by him. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be a Philadelphia 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Play fake here on 1st down. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught.
Still 1st down.
They'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and sneak it here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on fourth down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Philadelphia first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll look to throw here. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ted Ginn, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Again, it's Charles. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
down, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Muscles him off. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Smith. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The 13 yards that time at a first.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vinny Curry in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Play fake for Charles. Now Smith finding time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's got time in the pocket. And that's caught inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Smith on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. To the air again, Smith. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Throwing again is Smith. A dump off for Charles. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a safety run. Parker there to make the tackle.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down following the run.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Matthews has it right side. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Here we go now! Blue 90!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. One receiver left, two to the right.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now! 319!
So now it's first and goal. They'll try and run it now with Sproles. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here we go now! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught at the 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Matthews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after now from Sturgis. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin the drive with Charles. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The final shot here before break. Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Eagles are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Chiefs didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Pick it up early in the first to once again sack the QB. This will go for a loss of 7. Late in the first quarter, Gans found on the quick pass, and this play will go for 6. Eagles up by a touchdown. Final moments of the first half. Matthews got the reception, and finally on play 12 they score. The lead now at 11. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Let's send it back up to Brandon and Charles in Philadelphia.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
10 yards to go on third.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
They'll set up a throw, and he connects with Ertz. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 22.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Ertz has it left side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be a Philadelphia first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
In the game. He gets the call here. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at 56. Here we go.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And it's 21-3. A 10-play drive that time. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line. Time to spotlight the quarterback, Alex Smith. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Try and get the running game going with Jamal Charles. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. From the gun, here's Smith, and able to find Conley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. On first down, it's Smith. Thomas has got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
False start, offense.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Following the penalty, here's Charles. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A dump off to Sproles. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third.
Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 30.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's third down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
That one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Throwing is Smith, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the gun, here's Smith. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line. Returnable here from the 38. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. And out now come the Eagles. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand out.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
To throw now on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw. His pass caught at the 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jay Howard. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue, landed. Blue, Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few. Times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, Smith. He's got time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Throwing on third down, Smith surveying the field and able to find Conley. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Conley's got it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So yet again here this week, he is struggling. And I know sometimes I've looked out here, they've devoted 2 guys to him. Whatever the case, they can't seem to get him in a rhythm here.
And ordinarily, when your big-time guys had a tough game the week before, you script some stuff into your offense to try and get him going the next week. It hasn't worked so far. I think your observation is spot on. The double coverage, the extra guys devoted to him have held him down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Defense taking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And it's complete to Kelsey. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. On first down, it's Smith. Finding time. Pass incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. Get dropped in 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Again, Smith. That's caught at the 3. A gain of 6 there on first. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Smith throwing again. And that's caught by Thomas for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Now it's Sproles. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Eagles, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Dallas on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.